I've been waiting for so long, girl. Yeah. To be with you alone, girl. Yeah. Move your back against the wall, girl. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl. No, no. You don't have to feel no pressure. We got all the night, no stress, girl. I've been making sweet. I've been making sweet.
What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all?
What's up?
That's
How
it?
you doing?
I said, what's up, y'all?
Yeah. Let's get it popping up in the
Welcome to season 2 of the Come Out Talk Show. I am your host, Pink Princess, located in New York City at the Pink Palace. I hope everybody at home watching is feeling wonderful. I'm so happy to be back with my all-new staff, a great season, and a competition you don't want to miss. But I'll get into the competition a little later. I really missed you all. As you can see, they brought my crazy ass back. But this season, I'm going to get really serious. I'm not going to play around too much. There's no drinking in the studio. I found that to be a little messy last season. Would you agree? A little bit?
A little bit.
Well, I'll speak for myself. I was miserable.
Okay.
No, we're not doing that.
So,
welcome to season 2. Again, I'm your host, Pink Princess. On camera today, we have our new employee, staff member, part of the team, Big Mama. Give her a special Come Out Talk Show. Welcome. What's up, Big Mama?
how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, fine, fantastic.
Thank you for being here with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Be careful with Big Mama. She's sharp. And if you make some mistakes today, it's okay. I won't get you until next week.
Oh.
Fabulous. So
How
we have
you
a great
doing?
show for you today. Without further ado, we're going to have a chit chat with the princess. And it is so, Big Mama, you can relax. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming. What have I been up to? Last time you saw me, it was New Year's Eve, and I have just been living my life like it's golden. As you can see, I am all healed up. Hi, Instagram. We're just going to say hello to Instagram. We are live on Instagram today. How y'all feeling? Whew, it's hot in here, but I got myself covered. Hi, Clara. Clara gave me this. She sent this over. What's up, Cruella? Cruella keeps me in check. I'm a little angry with you today, but I still love you. We have a special guest for you today, but we'll bring her out a little later. Yeah, I missed y'all, so I'm just going to get right into it. So I'm just going to talk about the winter mess that happened, if y'all don't mind, because I've been gone for a minute now. I'm back with the Come Out, Goons in the Club. Back up. I can't say everything because then I got to pay for it. Portia's family reunion. Now, I was watching Portia's family reunion. I was all on board. I still watched it till the end of the season, but it was very messy because she got a free pass once again for trying to put her hands on somebody. Speaking of putting their hands on people, we run around just slapping people nowadays. But the Will Smith incident, you know what? I'm just going to touch on it real quick and move forward. I can relate to what he did because I was in a situation like that myself. I was performing on stage, got off, and someone called me a bitch. And the person I was with at that time, they were agitated and they said, call my wife a bitch again. And he called me a bitch again. So what my husband did was he got up and he pretty much tore that club up that night. I was banned from performing and I was upset that he did that. But I don't feel that you could just walk around disrespecting people's spouses like that and expect to get that kind of reaction. I don't condone putting your hands on people, but sometimes you might have to slap a bitch once or twice until they get it together. Hunk Jason Momoa is single. So I saw Jason Momoa on the red carpet, and usually I go up for him. I'm like, yeah, I want me some Jason. I saw him on the red carpet, and I was like, ew, who is that? Do men look more sexy when they're in a relationship versus when they're single? You think everybody want to run out now and grab up Jason Momoa? Yeah, I think so too. He's still Aquaman underneath all that. He got dad bod right now, but he's still sexy. I don't know. I like my man to be more, I like thicker men nowadays. I don't like the little skinny twig men. They can't really do nothing for me nowadays. I've dated a lot of skinny men all my life. I had me a thicker man, and he was kind of juicy. Drake on a hot sauce mission. Now, Drake met up with an Instagram model. They had sex, and she took the condom, or he took the condom, and he threw it in the garbage. And before he threw it away, he poured hot sauce in it, because I guess he knew that she was going to run in there and shove it in her vagina, and she did just that. So she tried to sue him because she had a fiery crotch. That's what you get for being deceitful, want to have kids with Drake, because one of his babies gotta cost like what, $1 billion a month or something like that. That's an expensive baby. But she did come out to say that he was 7 inches of situations, and the whole situation was 7 inches. That's not the first time I heard that. And then I started seeing pictures. He was in a swim trunks, and it kind of looked like 7 inches of situations. Yeah, I'm not saying the other word this season. I'm just gonna say situations. I still love you, Drake. We broke up last year, and you know, I'm not bitter or anything. I'm moving on. Shamar Moore sex tape. Can we all just roll our eyes? It was going around social media that Shamar Moore had a sex tape. So I immediately wanted the link. Somebody sent me the link. I got ready and I pushed play, and they was doing it, and I was like, oh my God, Shamar Moore. And then it turned around, and it was not the same Shamar Moore. It was the Google Shamar Moore and X-rated tape. And you tell me what you see, because I was surely upset that y'all would send me that to watch that. So y'all pranked me, and I was upset. Ugh. Nelly, speaking of sex tapes, Nelly also leaked a sex tape. Now, the girl that he was in the sex tape with, she looked like she didn't know what to do. She did not drop down and get her eagle on with that. I mean, that is Nelly. What? I would have said, play your song. You want to play your song? Let me show you what. No, never mind. I got to be. You acting up in the back. At the same time, Nelly was dropping his sex tape, Lil Fizz came out and dropped the sex tape from B2K. Of course, I wanted to see that. I was real excited for that one. Then I got on Twitter, because it's called Dirty Twitter. Somebody put me on the Dirty Twitter. They play anything. And I was watching Lil Fizz's sex tape, and my whole childhood was a lie. The guys I lusted after, like Nelly and Lil Fizz, I would have been, I'm not a size queen or anything, but maybe I don't know. I want something more than 7 inches, though. I mean, what'd you say?
Some good.
Broken hearts across America, again with the small situations. You know who's looking real fine? The guy that plays from Everybody Hates Chris, Tyler James Williams. He plays in a new comedy show. No, he's looking real fine. He's nice and tall. He's grown into himself. And I watched that whole show just to look at his fine self. Really cute.
That's 6 inches.
Big Mama, you're going to get fired on your first day for calling out. Suspended. Actually, no. The show Euphoria. I didn't know nothing about Euphoria. I watched one episode and I was immediately hooked. So I went back to watch season 1 and I caught up on everything. I think the show is great. I think y'all should see exactly what kids are facing in high school. And it touched on a lot of things. It touched on transgender. It touched on substance abuse. It touched on selling drugs. It was crazy. Little kid got shot in it. And they actually show people buying the drug. It's a crazy show. But it's better than Dare. Because let's face it, like they had the campaign Dare back when I was a child. And it wasn't too scary. Although they talked about it, they just said, don't do it. But they didn't really tell you why or show you why or go into detail. That show is pretty good. Shout out to Zendaya. Zendaya. This one is sad to report. I saw a news article, and it was on the news, about a little girl. She was 4 years old when she went missing. Her parents made a report and said their child was missing. And then she was found. She was found alive. She was found alive underneath her porch. So the little girl was hidden under her porch by her parents for 2 years. When they found her, she was 6 years old. Her parents were charged with, I believe, allegedly, her parents were charged, biological, for meth possession. That sounds like something a meth head would do. Hide a life body underneath the steps. I was horrified when I heard this, but I made the connection with trans children and this story, because when you're a trans child and you're trying to tell your parent, well, this was my experience, telling the adults that you're different, they just want to banish you and get rid of you immediately. I mean, that's my experience. That's my experience that I've heard a lot. How could you, as a parent, have a child? I have no biological children, so I can't relate to, but I have a dog, and he's like my fur baby, and I can't see myself tossing him away because I love him. And if you say you love somebody, how can you do these horrible things to her? I imagine a living situation underneath the porch. It had to be horrendous. And 2 years, like her birthday came and went. Summer, winter, spring, fall, like it's crazy. Anyway, we wish that story the best of luck, and I hope the parents get the maximum for what they did to that child. Dwayne Wade and Gabriella Union. I had a photo that I wanted to throw up with that, but I don't know if are we able to? I believe it's under brand. And so I'm just going to talk about it, and you let me know when you find it. You can call out. So Dwayne Wade and Gabriella Union, they have a transgender child named Zaya, I believe. And it was so refreshing to see this photo. You got the photo up? All right. You see how beautiful they look standing there, proud. This is great representation. You can take it down now. Just click on Say Side. And this is great representation. Go back to your banners. This is great representation of African-American couple who love their child unconditionally. Like, he gets a lot of flack. A lot of people say that he's gay because he's supporting his child. That's his child. That man don't care what y'all think about him. No career, and it shows. Who else? Magic Johnson and EJ Johnson. Like, he's another great representation of a proud father of their child. Like, that's how it's supposed to be. It's your child. Like, some of you people are killing me. And now there's a lot of stories in the news, like in Florida, you can't say gay. Everybody, let's just say gay real quick. Gay, 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 gay. Why y'all not saying gay? Because y'all don't know why we saying gay? Gay. Because they said that they're not allowed legally to say gay in Florida. Gay. And that's a situation. on its own. So we're going to say gay again. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Gay!
That's to you, Florida. Anyway, Flame Monroe. Why are we calling Flame Monroe to speak for the transgender community? Flame Monroe is not a part of the transgender community. Flame's pronouns are he, she. Very confusing when you want to call yourself a he, she, connecting yourself to transgender. I don't know no transgender woman that want to be associated with the word
He, she.
Thank you. So I believe everyone has spoken on that matter. So they called Flame Monroe to speak about what's going on in the Olympics. And when my guest comes out later, we will talk about that. But they called Flame to be a representative of speaking for us about what's going on with the situation with the Olympic trans swimmer. So Flame will tell you, and he has a whole outlet with it, a he, she. Making merchandise, calling himself he, she, calls himself he, she in his comedy routines. He has podcasts. And see, I'm even confused. I'm uncomfortable calling this man, this woman, that I'm uncomfortable saying it, that it's a he, she, because he want to be represented as a trans woman. That's not a trans woman. I'm sorry. You are a drag queen. Let's call it for what it is. You dress up for entertainment purposes. Just because you purchase a pair of boobs does not make you a woman. Just because you're getting facial feminization does not make you a transgender woman. Like, there's a lot of people just pretending. Like, one day they're a boy, one day they're a girl. I witness it a lot in the city. And you can be whatever you want, but don't say you're trans if you're not really trans, because it's confusing people and it's taken away from people who came before us that really were trans and are really making a mark to make a difference for transgender women. Even today, there's Mariah Lopez, there's New Nambi E. Stanley out there, a slew of other women that really represent the transgender community and believe in who they are. And I don't know. I don't feel like fighting back and forth with who is trans and who is not. So you can call yourself whatever you want, but it's in the pudding, right? The recipe's in the pudding. Like, you can't take an egg and mix it with shit and call it a pie, right?
You can.
I mean, you can, but who's really going to eat it?
I don't eat it.
Right. Like, who's going to buy that shit? Basically, is what I'm saying. Nobody's buying that shit. I don't know. It's confusing for me. But there's a category for everybody. And on the flip side, though, I understand the people that are trying to transition and maybe they don't have the means to transition, or they're not ready to transition, maybe because of safety, and maybe they're just a plainclothes transgender. But if I see you one day as a girl and I see you one day as a boy, you're confusing me. Give you a prime example. I met a young person and they said, "Hello, my name is Stephanie." And I said, "Hi, Stephanie." Now, this person did not appear to be a Stephanie when they introduced themselves to me. I asked them what their pronouns are. They said their pronouns were she, and they wanted to be called as Stephanie. So every time I see this person, I say, "Hey, Stephanie, what's up?" But I get no response. Stephanie walked by me. I said, "Hey, Stephanie, what's up?" Stephanie didn't respond. I saw Stephanie again at a party. I said, "Hey, Stephanie, what's up?" And Stephanie looked at me like I was crazy. So what I learned is your name is not really Stephanie. You really don't want to be Stephanie, but that day you wanted to be Stephanie because you wanted to reap the benefits of saying, I'm Stephanie, a transgender woman. Hello, somebody.
Hello.
It really happens. I'm telling you. People want to claim to be trans because you can get maybe some type of special treatment. A little bit. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I know. It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, Flame. Stop saying you're transgender, Flame. And find another representative to speak about trans issues. Well, that's all I have right here. Oh, I think I did rather good for my first moment. Sorry about the music. I ran out of data, and we're just gonna keep it moving. You're watching the Come Out Talk Show. I am your host, Pink Princess. Welcome back. So we have a new segment, and I was supposed to do it at the top of the show, but of course I forgot. And it's called Question of the Day, where you, the viewer, can answer the question. You can drop it in the comment section. And yeah, we want you to join in on the fun this season. So the question for today is, if you could do any job in the world for one day only, what would you choose and why? Big Mama, if you could do any job in the world for one day, what would you do and why?
Well, what I do,
And why?
I would make. If I had a lot of money, I would make the transgender community a better safe environment.
By doing what?
By giving homes,
Okay.
jobs. You know, I would give them places to feel free where they belong.
I like that. Hey, thank you for that. If you want to answer the question, please join in on the fun. I'll check it later, and I'll give you my response at the end of the show. So, we're having a competition. This season 2 of the Come Out Talk Show, we're having a talent show.
Yay!
We're having a talent show where people are going to stop by and they're going to perform for you. We will then narrow it down and have a face-off type of situation where the guests will come back, they'll face off, and then we'll take a person from each face-off and we will put them in the finale where they will perform one last time and we will crown a winner. The winner of this season will receive a $200 cash prize courtesy of all of us here at the Come Out Talk Show. I'm excited. Now, if you want to get in on the action, you will have to contact Cruella. You can hit Cruella up on our Facebook page in our messenger. So you will have to send us a friend request and add us and hit up Cruella in the inbox. If you have a talent that you'd like to show us, it could be anything. Anything could be talented. It doesn't have to just be singing and it doesn't have to be dancing. Now, keep in mind, I cannot allow you to come on here and do somebody else's song because I don't want to pay for the rights, the licensings of that, and they will definitely mute and block our show in all the countries. So what you're going to have to do, if you're going to sing a song or provide music, it has to be totally original. and you're going to have to sign a contract that allows us to give permission to play your song on our show. But it's possible. I'm excited. We have a few people that signed up, and throughout the season, we'll plug them in, and we'll have a good time with this. I'm really, really excited to see what you guys come up with. So, where is he? Boogie Boogie! Skittle, skittle, skittle! He's mad at me. Where is he? Skittles! I don't know. I guess he doesn't want to come out. I was about to introduce my co-host for this season. Is he under my dress? Skittles! Okay. Well, we'll see him later, I guess. So I'm not going to have a co-host this season. I've decided that I'd like to... Oh, there he is. Well, I want to introduce you to my co-host for this season. Please give it up for my baby, Skittles. Hi. What were you doing? Hi, baby. Say hello to Instagram. Okay. He's in his little tuxedo. Got all dressed up for y'all. So yeah, he gonna help me co-host season 2. And the reason I didn't choose a co-host for this season is because I just wanted to come out here and bless you with my presence and not although King Cleatrell, shout out to you, did a wonderful job on season 1. Yeah, season 2, we just moving a little different, but we miss you, buddy, and I'll probably see him later. And shout out to Grandma Hugs, Betty. She's always watching. I love you. Y'all, I've met a few people that watch the show. I've been in the elevator and someone said to come out. And I said, yeah. She was like, oh, you got that talk show on Facebook, YouTube? I was like, yeah. So people are watching. I don't put my Cash App down there or anything, or Zells or PayPals. And I don't knock nobody that does that. Get your money, definitely. But what I will ask for is maybe you could like, maybe you could subscribe, maybe you could share. That's the best compliment you could give me. And I thank you. This next segment is going to be my Queen of Hearts moment. It was King of Hearts in season 1. Now it's Queen of Hearts. So Queen of Hearts is where I'll sit and I'll talk about something near and dear to my heart. Have a heart-to-heart talk with my baby Skittles here. So today my Queen of Hearts moment is going to be simply this. And I would love to look into both cameras, but I'll keep my eyes in this one. Hello, my name is Pink Princess, aka Yonsei Jones. I am a transgender woman, and I do not apologize to anyone for being transgender woman. I today have decided that I am not asking anyone for approval or acceptance for me being exactly who I am called to be, who I decided I wanted the world to see. People bash us for making a choice about a life that we want to live that have nothing to do with them. The people that have our names on their tongue, you actually want us. And I think you're afraid because we don't want you. You're afraid of rejection. You're playing around and hiding in the closets, and you just want to bash other people because you're jealous of how we live our lives. I did not decide one day to just wake up and say, oh, I'm transgender, and now I'm going to face the world with all its ridicule, backlash, stigma, and downright hate. I'm disgusted with the conversations that are being had about transgender women, mostly body parts. Why are you so concerned about children's body parts? It's actually perverted. I'm hearing people talk about children as if they are just cattle. We're talking about human beings' lives. It takes a lot of courage to come out and say, I am this way. It's against the norm, supposedly, but it's really not. If you open your eyes and you look around, there's a lot more of us than you think. You know a transgender woman. You're sleeping with a transgender woman. You're trying to connect with a transgender woman. Yet you're standing here and you're bashing us. cut it out. It's plain and simple. We're human beings, and I keep it on the I. I personally, I'm not having these conversations no more. I'm not standing there educating people on what pronoun to call me and how to address me. If you don't like it, close your eyes, look the other way, and you don't have to see or look or be bothered by what I'm doing with my life. Mind your business, get a hobby, and get off our... Thank you. You're watching the Come Out Talk Show. I am your host, Pink Princess. This is your co-host, Skittles. We'll be right back. If we could get some music. I'm out of data, so it is what it is. It can't be like this next week. Whatever. There we go. What's up, y'all? I'm back. This season, I decided I'm not just going to have guests on, but I'm going to have guests on that really want to sit here and have real conversations, like life-changing situations. Like, I hope to get up from my seat and have learned something new. I hope to share something new. I want to hear all about struggles, how you overcame them. I'm not interested in drama. I'm not interested in none of that stuff this season. This season, we want to get down to business. I am a community liaison. I interact with a lot of people on a daily basis, and I'm proud to be a liaison in the community. So this season, we got some really great guests. We're really booked for the whole season, and I think you'll be pleased to see what we have in store for you with our guests and the talent show and my pretty ass. We have a lot of surprises for you. So without further ado, she parked her broom right next to mine. I don't know what you're going to get because she surprises me, but she is my friend. She is my sister. I have a song picked out for her. I'm going to see if it going to play. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We're going to see. I hope it does. And it does. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Come Out Talk Show, Quaren with a Q. Oh, thank you.
When you're falling, when the river is calling, we can't make it together.
Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look beautiful as ever.
Thank you.
I'm loving this dress. I'm loving
And
this
so
dress.
do
I'm
you.
loving this dress.
Thank you.
I'm loving this dress. Why, yes.
I just want to cha-cha real quick. I'm going to take this shit off.
Yeah, release it.
Did you bring your?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Karen introduced me to these. And ding.
Yes.
We be going at it. So.
It's the best way to stop smoking cigarettes. You know, cigarettes is very hard. They cost a lot of money, and they are just tough on our throats and our bodies. This ain't no better, but it's better than smelling a cigarette in your clothes.
Yeah.
And in the house.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you smell other people, you be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Girl, you need to try this. Yeah. And it lights up.
Yeah. I don't even allow smoking cigarettes in my house.
Right. So you
can smoke weed in here.
Right. You can smoke and at least look pretty with something in your hand. So yeah. Yeah.
Karen.
Why, yes, dear.
What have you been up to?
Getting life together, doing new things, meeting new people, just prospering in life as anybody should, that if they love themselves and they're trying to move forward. Yeah.
Loving themselves and
Love
moving
yourself,
forward.
that's right.
Which is really the key to overcoming obstacles.
Yes, yes. And those obstacles is what make us, you know, I'm not going to say only in transgender community, but in all communities. Everybody needs a little something or a little somebody to guide them through the little steps, the big steps. You know, some of our steps are a whole lot more different than others. But in some way and somehow, it's best to always have something or someone there. So, you know, I thank God for you. I thank God for all my sisters. You know, we have all grown together. We have been through obstacles together, final destinations together. Like, yeah, honey, we didn't climb rocks and everything together. So,
and Karen is a girl that knows everybody. Can they see you? Switch over a little bit. So, Instagram.
Hi, Instagram.
Stand up for 1 second. Let me just adjust your seat. Because we want Instagram to be.
Give me a little Instagram sunlight. All right.
Sit right there.
Instagram sunlight.
Can you see her?
Bam.
Yeah, we can see her.
You know, I'm a dark girl.
All right. So, Cruella's on me. She said we got to end on time. And you know how evil she is. No, I love her dearly. I love her so much. She's really been a blessing to the show. So, Karen, we're going to get right into it.
Oh, what you got for me? What you got for me?
Karen, what are some of the obstacles that we had to overcome? The ones that were meant to break us, more specifically you. What are some of the obstacles you had to overcome? The ones that were meant to destroy you, put you down, take you out.
Oh, wow. It's a lot.
Come on.
I would say the part of owning up to being a trans woman, not only in society, but amongst each other. You know, my family was very easy. That was just the best part. But being criticized by our own trans sisters were the most. It was the most
hurtful.
Hurtful.
Can we stick a pin in it right there? Let's talk about that.
You know,
what about that was hurtful and harmful? Because it still happens today.
Yeah, it still happens today.
What was it specifically? You ain't tongue tied. Come on.
Well,
you talking.
Okay, well, by having sisters, that loved me was one of the best parts. But having, you know, the ballroom girls look at other trans sisters or women as such as they were better than. So, you know, if maybe your mustache was showing, why not tell me, then read me? You know, it's just like a little girl growing up. You know, she may be in school and
she haven't developed.
Yeah, she started her menstrual. Okay, either a young lady as such or a higher grade or even the school teacher would correct the child and be like, listen, maybe you need to go to the bathroom and here goes a pad or whatever the child chooses to use, and teach her that this is what is supposed to happen when you get older and you become a woman. Instead of saying, oh, your mustache is too thick, you'll never be a woman, or your arms is too big, you'll never be a woman, or your feet is too big, you'll never be a woman, when there are all shapes and sizes and different looks of women in the world. So, the guiding light of having great sisters and great parents and great family is one of the best things I could have ever been thankful for. The criticism is what made me who I am. That's it. The criticism is what made my mouth just as much fire as it can be when it has to be. The criticism is what keeps our trans guard up. It's not so easy to get on the train and just sit down and be regular like the other people. Somebody's going to try to stare you down or figure it out or what's going on or why is it that tall or why is it that big or, somebody's going to figure out something or want to. So, being with that sister, all the time or being with that butch queen girlfriend that you have all the time, that is one thing that has helped a lot of us get through. It's our own trans community. And you know what? Not to drag this on, but...
Can I throw something in there?
Yes.
Because you're dragging it.
Yes.
You mentioned Butch Queen. What is a Butch Queen? And then I'll make my point.
Okay. Well, a Butch Queen...
Don't drag it.
I'm not going to drag it. A Butch Queen is a gay man that is feminine, but is very much...
a lady. Anyway, getting to my point. Does it hurt? And it does hurt when you have a friend who is gay, feminine, and as soon as they get mad at you, you now become
a man.
A man. I was just with your girlfriend yesterday, but today, because you're mad at me, I'm a man. And I'm hard, and I'm rough, and I'll never be a woman, and I have a hole between my legs, and these things and those natures. Can you speak to that?
Wow.
That happens a lot. I think that's unfair, cruel, and then want to say, later, I was just mad. No, you really meant that.
Well, not only does a drunk mouth speaks the truth,
An
but
angry
and a miserable tongue will make you also do those things. And being close friends, being my sister, it's not a go-to line that we actually go to with each other. And most of that comes from people that we put our energy into to make them happy.
Yes.
And when they are in their miserable state and you are no longer to babysit their shit.
Or you stop providing some of the things, the benefits that come with.
Or not that, you could be benefiting them because of the benefit that you're getting. You try to help them along the way with as
That's
well.
what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you cut off certain things, then you see people for who they really are and what they're doing.
Yes, but one thing I can say is that having all of that anger and all of the unnecessary drama build up inside of you for a person to lash out at a person, when you're mad, that means that more than likely all of that been sitting there for a long time just waiting to come out on you.
Yes.
I
agree.
I don't want to be anybody's punching bag, because I'm not going to be the softest punching bag. So, I just try to avoid, I would hate to say that I'm tired of making friends or I don't want to make friends or associates or anything. But, I I think in everybody's life, they should always have a limit of how many close friends and how many associates they should have.
Let me tell you something. I recently discovered, because I used to rock with someone and I really thought they were my friend. And then I asked them, do you know anything about me? Like really, like personally, do you know what I stand for, what I do? And they told me no. And it resonated within me that I really wasn't their friend because they just were not interested in. I'm interested in everything
How
they
long
got
were you around?
going on. Not that, like maybe 3 years. But I felt like I, on my end, thought we developed a friendship until I asked that question, do you know any? So which means it's not like I haven't had these conversations with this person many times,
Right.
but I discovered
and all
that
the time that you put in was even
and
rough.
all the time that I put in with them, and all the time that they call and they, I'm the type of person, I show up. I will show. If you call me and you need me, I don't care what time it is, I will show up. I will get out of my bed and I will come see about you if I love you, if I call you my friend. Sometimes it's not reciprocated, and that's where when I have to go. Gotta go. So it didn't hurt me that they didn't know anyone. It just showed me that they weren't really interested. What they were interested in, what I could give them, the benefits that I could provide for them. So I took a step back and I said, well, what the fuck do you provide for me? Besides a headache, listening to your damn drama. The quality of life now versus then. I get a little flustered when I hear the up and coming. I'm going to touch on everyone today, but the up and coming when they say, oh, y'all old, sit down. We're doing it a different way. We could do how we want. Everybody deserves to be addressed how they want to be addressed. I humbly respect that, and I'm totally on board with that. But back then, you couldn't come out as a girl one day, if you could come out as a girl at all. You could not come out as a girl one day and then come out as a boy the next on your block without a bottle being thrown at you, without your life being, without your life being threatened, without being all the gang of people chasing you down the block, calling you every effing name in the book.
Yeah, let's not forget the ones that wanted to have you. You had to beat them in order to have them. Like, oh God.
That wasn't my situation.
I mean, it wasn't a situation, but it's like you would beat a guy, and then later on that evening, he'll be around the corner. And you're like, well, nigga, I just beat your ass. What? It's crazy. Yeah, now you want a piece of this?
But the quality of life now versus then, how do you see it?
Wow. Why would you ask me that question?
Because you're an old guy.
Oh, good. They're more sensitive to everyone in the community because of the things that have happened to us. Far as being trans or being gay or what they call being straight is the ordinary lifestyle.
Times have changed.
Time has changed.
Either get with it or get out the way.
Yeah.
Like, stop holding up our movement.
You have
enough is enough.
They have all types of non-binary, binary, and
let's be clear, that's okay.
Yeah, listen, if that's what you want to be called, if that's how you want to present yourself, I have not a problem in the world because I also came from somewhere myself. So it's not like I jumped up one day and was like, oh, damn, here they go. No, things have progress, changed, developed, been created, within time. And I don't criticize anybody for being what they want to be. I myself,
I love the binary, non-binary community.
I love them.
So beautiful.
So willing to be their self at no means. But me coming up, I think it was only two. Either you were a butch queen or you were a femme queen. You know, and
Correct.
you know, it wasn't too long before you became a transsexual or started taking the hormones, started seeing things soften up, things develop, and that's when you decide. Well, that's when it was time.
You hit your womanhood.
You hit your womanhood, and all baggy clothes and things of such manly clothing or anything that was part of a man got thrown away, and you became that woman, and you lived up to that that sacred key in your heart that has to be placed at a certain time. And when you open that door, it's for some girls there were no turning back. And
Careful, because detransitioning is a thing, and we don't want to offend.
no,
We're not
we do not
offending
want to
anyone
offend.
this season.
We do not want to offend anyone, but you know,
There's no but. They have a right to detransition if they want to, without us bashing them. This is people's lives.
Yes.
They have to live it.
yes. And you know, I commend anybody that wakes up out of their bed in the morning and go outside to society dressed in all of being their self as much as they would want to be, as much as they choose to be, as freely as they want to do whenever they choose to. It's nobody's book that is written on not being this. There's no one in the world that can tell you that you can't live your life the way that you choose to live, because they don't have to wake up to you, and you don't have to wake up to them. And you know, even the person that spits you out, from the father to the mother to the mama,
I'm a
bringing her
living
out,
witness.
you know, you don't have to answer to them, even at such of an age. There's no more rules that need to be followed. If that's the case, then leave the home. That's what I did.
Quaren, how can we be more vigilant in the trans community?
Us?
You.
Me?
Mhm.
Well,
I'm gonna move you along because you long.
oh, I know,
Long
girl.
winded.
Well, honey, I guess so. How can I be more visual? I guess stand up a little bit more for my girls. You know, I have been visual for quite some time.
Long time.
For quite some time. And a lot of girls know me and I don't know them. So, you know,
That part.
I guess I will keep standing. I will keep living my truth. I will keep being my truth. I will own up to my truth. And all of my sisters that I have, we live nothing but our truth.
Quaren, how did you survive homelessness?
Oh, wow. My sisters. I'm not going to never really say I was homeless. It's just that I didn't want to live by rules and regulations. Living with wow, that's a little touchy subject. Excuse me.
So we're gonna move it along.
Yeah.
Quaren, let's talk about the Olympic transgender swimmer. So this is what happened, Quaren.
I know what happened.
I'm gonna tell you anyway.
Oh, again.
This is what happened. Yeah, because you asked me last night and I told you, and your response was just hilarious. So here we go. So there was a man that was an Olympic swimmer. This is my interpretation of it. Was an Olympic swimmer, and he could not beat the men. So whether he was transgender or not, no one ever knew. And so he decided to transition. And so he said, I'm trans and I want to compete with the women. And you can't tell me I can't. So they allowed her to now compete in the women's category. And she killed it. She killed it and willed it, and she won the Olympic gold medal. And everyone was in an uproar. They said, oh, all you got to do is get a pair of boobs, and I could win the Olympics.
Did she have boobs?
And win a gold medal. So I tuned in to see this young lady, because I was riding for her. Y'all get off of her back. Y'all leave her alone. I saw the picture of this young lady, and she was standing there being interviewed. She had a ponytail. She looked like the character from Jim Carrey.
Hey, Spencer.
No, she looked like the character Jim Carrey that was on A Living Color when she used to come out.
Yes,
it's time to work out. And that's how she looked. She had no breasts, and I saw a bulge in her shorts. So I saw a man, but she said she's a woman, and the body format did not fit a trans woman, but she feels trans. And I'm not sure by looking, because this is the conversations that always come up, and this is how we start them, if the look isn't right. So do you feel in that situation that was, I just want your opinion on it. This is what happened. I don't know if I told it completely right, but that's pretty much the meat of what happened. No point intended.
Being a trans woman, we have to stand in our truth. And even being a trans woman, not only do you march for trans women, you march for women too. And this is a situation where they need, not only should you just be able to call yourself transgender, but there should be a time, there should be certain medical reasons, there should be mental research on how long this person has been trans. Do they even have a stick of hormone in their system? I think if you're non-binary, you don't even have to take hormones, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope.
So,
not necessarily.
There should be a little bit more clarification on the person.
Should there be a time frame that you have to be on hormones? Because here you can't you can't just wake up and say I'm a girl and bam, next week you got the boobs like you have to be on hormones. You have to see a doctor.
Yeah,
you have to it's a whole process for this.
Yeah, and it's
this conversation. It's not just here I am, I'm trans.
It's not hello today. Hey bitch, how you doing tomorrow? No, it's just it's making the trans community kind of look bad, because a lot of people that have worked hard for certain things just feel that, if I can't get it this way, I'll go and get it the next way.
Absolutely. Really quick, because Cruella is definitely wrapping us up. Would you like to talk about overcoming your drug addiction?
Oh, well, that was a deep one. Well, I must say yes. It has brought me to my deathbed twice, well, 3 times, excuse me. My addiction was very intense. The beginning of it was really hard because I was dating somebody that provided it all for me. So I didn't have to go outside. I didn't have to do anything. The only thing I had to do was just sit in the house and look pretty and smoke. Hey, what person on drugs would not want to do that? As time progressed, I got a little deeper into my addiction, and it carried me to places that I never thought that I wanted to go, places that I probably should have never been. But those are times and periods and of my life that have made me who I am today. Thank God, such a strong woman I am, and I have overcome many of obstacles.
You have.
And I would say to anybody, if you're fighting for your life with addiction, fight for your life. We are letting drugs take over not only our lives or our communities, but it's really, really taking away our trans sisters
and brothers.
On top of mental illness, You know, I don't have the mental illness part, but the drugs halfway played a part in it.
I beg to differ.
And
You absolutely have the mental illness
I must
part.
say, if you're living anywhere where there is help or there is someone that you deeply, deeply put your heart into, because when you're an addict, you don't really trust anybody because you're always thinking they're after whatever little that you have.
Paranoid.
Yeah. And I must say, if you are fighting your addiction, please keep fighting. There is a better way. There are great people that can help you. And if there's a loved one that you are missing or that has put that time into you to try to help you, sometimes just give in, know that the help is there, and stop running away from it.
That was beautifully put. Beautifully put.
Thank you very much.
Karen, thank you so much.
And I thank you so much. I look forward to seeing y'all, ladies and gentlemen, and you know,
you will definitely see her in the future. Big Mama, you are definitely in trouble with that cell phone.
I know,
darling.
She got 10.
No, she got 0.
I thought
I will answer the question. I will answer the question of the day. It is if you could do any job in the world for one day, what would you choose and why? I would do exactly what I do on a daily basis. That's inspire, continue to share my story. I'm a global ambassador, and you know, I would never not want to do what I'm called to do, and that's encourage, help, support where I can, and show up. You know, be the shoulder to cry on sometimes, but not let people use me. You know, I'm in a place where I can see it when it's coming, and I cut it off right where it is. So I would definitely do that job, and I'll be a talk show host, of course. I would love to do that job. You want to answer that question real quick before we out of here?
Yes, I would. If I could be one thing, I would definitely be president. I would want them to change my laws. I would make everybody make sure that they would get a good old stimulus check every other month. And I would make sure that my I would make sure that my trans sisters and my brothers, my gay brothers, my anybody in the homosexual lifestyle will be able to live somewhere comfortably, happy, and stress-free of anything or anybody who is trying to steal our happiness.
Amen. Before we go, Karen, last season I crowned someone the king of this castle. This season, Skittles is the king of this castle.
Oh,
so
Skittles.
You can share the title with Skittles and be the king of this No.
What that
No, for real. Me and you have had an unbreakable friendship for the past 8 years.
8 years?
8 motherfucking years I've been with you. And through the ups or downs, we are still here.
Down and up.
We continue to show up for each other, love on each other, call each other on our bullshit, give each other bad advice, give each other good advice. But when the shit hit the fan, we help each other clean it up. We don't throw rocks and hide our hands. We band together, and we encourage one another. And
each other's and other people. Yes.
And that's what it's about.
Even the ones that don't choose to take it.
So here we are. This season, I am crowning you the princess of the Come Out talk show, because pretty soon I'm going to be elevated to a queen. The reason why I wasn't queen, pink princess, was because for me, I had a lot of things I needed to learn. I had to grow in my own personal life. So I wanted to start out as a princess. But I will soon be queen, like I said, because I'm learning, I'm growing. And I love you.
I love you too.
And so I'm going to crown you right here, right now, the princess of the Come Out talk show.
I had a better wig on.
You should have had a better wig on, but I'll make sure.
But this one look just.
And
Sorry.
there's your crown, darling.
Thank you.
While they snatch a photo. Tune in every Saturday at 3 p.m. for the Come Out Talk Show. Thank you for watching. I've chosen a theme song for this season. It's called Like a Hurricane, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Love y'all. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Be you.
And don't apologize to anyone for being exactly who you are called to be. Thank you for watching. This is the Come Out Talk Show. I am your host, Pink Princess. I'll see you next week.
Unpredictable, so original. You were never backing down. You, so dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Nothing's up to knock them down. It's the way we keep our high moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins. Settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane.
It would have been cute if she was going to stay still. Still on that
You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. You know how you make me feel this way. What can I say? You, so dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Nothing's up to nothing now. It's the way we keep our high moving like a hurricane. There will come a time when we can wash away our sins. Settle down, but until then,
Well, I'm getting ready to leave for the film. We had a nice one. You need to come over here and talk, and be on the show. You know what I mean?